Hi everybody, this is Teri from Sweet Pea Papers, and I'd like to welcome you to Beautiful Blues, my collaboration with Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. And now this collaboration is going on with Mandy and I for 4 weeks, and we're going to create weekly inspirational videos to help you get going. Now, we're also going to have weekly giveaways. And that was my heater, sorry. And it starts March 3rd, or it started March 3rd, and it's going to go on through the end of the month. Now, this is week 2's project, the second Sunday. And I'm just going to go over briefly a few things and then show you the freebies for this week from both groups, and then we're going to get going. Okay. So week 2, the prompt is create an altered index or Rolodex card. And the hashtag for when you make your posts is Beautiful Blues Week 2. All one word, of course. Hashtag Beautiful Blues Week 2. The date's going to run from the 10th, which is tomorrow, through the 14th. And you have to have your pictures or videos or whatever posted by the 15th at midnight UK time, which is Mandy's time. Okay, so we're going to be working with the Beautiful Blues kit, and there's 60 pages. There's more than 60 pages in the kit. There's a 4-page folio, and then, of course, all the freebies that you're getting every week from us. And you can purchase the kit, the large kit, at Sunflowers and Doors Etsy shop. And if you use the code BLUES20, all one word, BLUES20, then you will get 20% off of your purchase. Okay, now we're going to be adding the freebies to the 2 main Facebook groups that are sponsoring this or co-hosting. And that's going to be Junk Journal Fix with Sunflowers and Doors and Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journals. Now, those are the 2 main ones. Now, I also have 2 more Facebook groups, and we'll be having drawings, and you can post in there your makes and stuff and get entries into the drawing, and I'll tell you about that in just 1 second. And that is Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts. Those are the 2 other Facebook groups where you can post your pics. Okay, so to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is post your pictures, or post pictures of things that you've made, either the challenge or something else, with the kit papers or the freebies or both. And if you post a pic with the freebies alone, then you get 1 entry into the giveaway per post. And then if you create 3 items that week and you post it in all 4 groups, then you would have 12 entries into that week's event across all of the groups. Okay? If you decide to purchase the kit and use that as part of your make, why are there 3 pages? Oh, it's blank. It just had a paragraph or something marked go on to a 3rd page. So if you decide to purchase the kit and use that as part of your make, whether you use the freebies or not, so you can use the freebies in the kit or the kit alone, then you get 2 entries per post. And you need to tell us whether you've used the kit or not. So in your post, when you post your pictures, you have to post freebies or freebies and kit or just kit. And then that way we'll know how many points to give you for your entries. Okay? And that's it for the stuff that I'm going to go over with you every week. We will post all of this information in a new event in the group, And this one will be called Beautiful Blues Week 2 event. Okay. And so just look in there and it will have this whole thing with all the links and everything. Mandy's Sunday video is going to be at youtube.com/@sunflowersanddoors. And mine's going to be at youtube.com/@sweetpeapapers. Okay, and so every Sunday you'll be able to catch those, but the links are going to be in the events, all this information, and you'll be able to read it, and you can click on the links and go directly to where you're supposed to enter and everything. Now, when you join the groups, make sure that you check off that you're going to go by the group rules, or else you'll get flagged, and you won't get to enter, and you'll have to reapply and tick off that you're going to follow the group rules. So just remember that. Okay? So that's it for that quick overview. Now, I don't know where to put this. There we go. All right, so we've gone over this as well. So here are the freebies, not the card, for week 2. And of course, you've still got your freebies from week 1 that you can use along with week 2 and along with the kit. So you're getting more and more stuff accumulated here. So this is the backing paper. I've already trimmed it. And I'm not going to use the ephemera because I'm going to do an index card. So I didn't cut out the Rolodex cards. But you've got 2 pages of different Rolodex cards that are printed with the backgrounds. Now just print this page on the back, and you'll have a background for the back of the Rolodex card for you to alter. And here's one that doesn't really have much on it. Yeah. And then if you choose that in your mind, that would be easier. There's also these file folder cards. Now, my project isn't going to be big enough to use these, so I didn't cut them out either. But I believe these are from my group, and I believe these are from Mandy's group, these 3, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we're going to use the backing paper from this week. And then we're also going to use the papers from last week. We had a whole bunch of those. So we'll be using those. This is what we made last week, speaking of last week. And that's our journal topper. So if you remember, this is on a piece of chipboard, so it's raised up a little bit. Then I did go back and put a piece of chipboard under each one of these and re-glue them back on, so they stick out even more than this does off of this. This is going to open like this. This is going to be glued down here in the center, and I haven't got a chance to do the inside yet. And then this is going to open like this. Okay? And we decorated this one last week. So that's what we've done for that, for our journal topper. Now remember, during the week, this week too, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be finishing up the project from Sweet Pea Papers, which is going to be called Beautiful Blues, because I'm going to be using the full kit to make a folio. That's why this is a folio cover topper. And so be sure to catch those. And there's 3 from last week, week 1, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, published to the Sweet Pea Papers junk journal, Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel. You'd think I was brain dead. No, look, there's lines in that too. Huh. Anyway, yeah. That are the first 3 parts of making the folio, and that will have the measurements and stuff in video 1. Also, I forgot to tell you that if you want to see a flip through of the kit, look around the 28th of February, you know, the 1st of March, somewhere right in there on Mandy's channel, Sunflowers Indoors, and it's only 1-0 indoors. It's not doors. And you'll see a flip through of the kit, and that will help you out deciding whether to get the kit or not. But the kit is gorgeous, so I recommend getting it. All right, once again, here's our paper from this week. We've got our papers from last week. Let me see if I can grab them without messing up the stuff for this week that I've already done. Okay, so these are the papers from last week, and we'll be using some of this, I think. And so we've got that. Then we've also got what I have done already, which is some embossed cream colored paper. See if you can see the embossing on there. I think you can. It's from here up. This is a, how many inches wide did this end up being? I just measured it against the card. Yeah, so it's 4 inches across, and then the size from here to here is determined by the embossing envelope. So you just put your paper, let's pretend like this one's wide enough. This is the scrap off of these two, you know, and that was a whole page. But just pretend like this is as wide as one of these, and you put it inside here, and then you close this down, and then you run this through your Big Shot or your embossing machine that you've got, or the one that you use with your die to make die cuts. So you just run it through there, but I thought I would make them ahead of time and save us some time. So that's that. Now, we're going to be using 2 index cards. See? So 2 cards that are, this one's 3 by 5, I think. Yeah, 3 by 5. So I don't know why this measured out to 4, but that's all right. We're not using them for the whole thing anyway. We're using them for something else. And we're going to use printed index cards. So these 2 are just to show you what I'm going to use. And these 2 are what I made by printing on the printer. Now, these 2 light spots are the index cards. So what I did was I printed this page once. That's why it looks so bad. It's already been printed once. Then I laid the index card over where I wanted the image to be. Kind of wanted that one up a little bit more, but such is life. And then you use something called repositionable tape. And that's like temporary tape. You can put something down and then pull it back up and do it over and over and over again. I use it for envelope flaps, okay, in journals. It works good for that. So now I've put these down with the repositionable tape, and I put it through the printer, and I print it out on the backs. Well, I put it through the printer this way, and it printed out on the backs of the cards. So what we have are the lined side of the cards that are still white. And you're going to want to take your glue off. So all you do is rub it with your finger, and it comes off in little clumps. And it leaves your paper not sticky at all. I reused this a couple of times, re-sticking down, so it's giving me a little trouble coming up. Whoops, don't want to do that. So we're going to get that off the back of here. I guess I could have done it on one and just laid it on there, but I didn't think about it. Okay. So there's one. There's all the glue. Here's number 2. Now you can throw this paper away. And it's just what's called a carrier sheet. This is just typing paper. You don't want thick paper because you're going to be putting this on top. And you want to put this on and run it through with this kind of going through first. With that one, it wasn't quite possible because because of the way the pattern lined up. They were side by side going the other way. And today's video may run over an hour as well. I'm just warning you, go get your cup of coffee while I'm getting the glue off here. Last week's ran 2 hours. But I thought, you know, I'll show you something interesting that you may not have done before, instead of just showing you a tag or well, we did a journal topper, but rather than just show you one with lace or something on it, thought we would do something a little different. And now for something completely different. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 cards and we're going to work on them separately, but then we're going to put them together like so. Okay? So on this card, here's my little drawing. And I was originally going to use these 6x4s. And then I realized they were we're supposed to use the 3x5s because they're closer in size to the Rolodex card. I could have cheated and done the bigger one because what we're going to do would work much better with a larger one. But I decided no and stayed with the little one. So, I don't know why there's, oh, because these are blank. Because I was going to use the bigger ones. Okay. So here's my drawing, and I'm going to set one of these to the side. Well, actually, let me ink them both first before I forget. We don't need these either, these 2 white ones. We'll get this inked up. We're using Stormy Sky, just like we did last week. It's our color of choice for this paper. And this paper, or these cards, worked out well because they're white. And the colors are the colors printed out like they would be on white paper. So they're true to the computer image when you're looking at it. The colors are. The embossed papers are cream colored. Oh, I did pretty good, didn't I? Just a little bit off. Okay. So now we're going to set this one up here. Hopefully it won't get lost. We're going to do this one. Now, I haven't picked the papers out, which probably was bad on my part. But we're going to make flaps that come in. And I thought it's too big for that. Maybe we could use this. It's the other half of the paper we used last week. Maybe that is only one page. This one's smaller. I was just thinking about, you know, the two flaps being the two halves of the picture. The image is too large. Oh, we're going to have a little extra because we need to fold the flap in. We could use this. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. It's too close to the image that's already on there, I think. So I think we'll go with this one. So what we need to do is cut this so that when we cut it in half, the two sides of the flowers come together. Yeah, we'll have enough to do the flowers. And then the flap. Maybe we'll just do a one flap instead of doors. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. So we want to have enough that we can make the part that we want to fold under. And then we'll make this up here. And then we have to cut this one over here. Okay, so what we want to cut first is this width. Then we don't want to cut this one. This is the one we're going to fold on. So then we want to cut this width on this side. Is that right? Yeah. And then where was our height? Right there. Cut the height. And then we'll cut the width. Okay, so then we're going to score it on this line. Now I use this for my scoring tool. It's a Fisker's paper trimmer, but it also has this piece on it, or that you can get with it, and it's a scoring tool, and you buy it in a package with a paper trimmer blade. So it'll be both of these two in one package for about $8 or $9. And this little scoring tool is the best thing I've gotten in a long time. I got a bigger paper trimmer, so I don't need this one as a trimmer, so now I use it strictly as my scoreboard. And it's much easier than scoring with the scoring tool and the scoreboard. Erase the pencil mark, and we'll fold it back, and I printed on the backs. That looks crooked. Trying to figure out which way this goes. Oh, it goes this way because the flowers are here. Well, look how tall that is. I don't know how I managed to do that. Trying to see where I marked it on this end. Oh, there it is. It had all these little lines in there, and I couldn't tell where my line was. Okay. Let's try this. And this is the top. It does look a little crooked. Not crooked, but just a little bit. let's get it inked. I'm going to ink both sides of this because you might see it. This is a loose piece, right? It isn't going to get glued into anything. It's going to go in a pocket or something like that. So you want to make sure that you ink both sides. Okay? And this goes like this. Can't believe it scored it crooked. Because it should have been like here, all the way down. Okay, so let's, do we want to glue it on first, or do we want to put the stuff on it first? I think we want to put the stuff on it first. So in here, I originally was going to have the two sides. So I had a pocket on one side and some ephemera on the other. But I think we're going to put the embossed pocket on here. When I did it on cream, and this side is white. See, this has got the cream on it. Okay. Which way is the top? This way is. Okay. So I'm measuring how wide I want it and how tall, and I don't want it the full width of the paper. Okay, I just want it to be in just a little bit. And then keep your embossed scraps. You know, we could make this a little shorter, and we could use a magnet to close it. Put a piece of ephemera there. The Scan and Cut kind of ate the side of that. Instead of using that as a tab, we can just cut it right off. And just put the magnet under there. Now we don't need a full-sized magnet. So I've got these pieces where the magnets have broken. Like they got it snapped, you know, to the thing. Anyway, here's a half of a magnet. And here's a half of a magnet for the back side. So you want to save those. Don't throw away those pieces. They come in handy. Okay, let's ink this. And we still have 2 more weeks of projects to go. This almost wasn't big enough. And make sure you get some glue around all the edges. Okay. And we've got our pocket. We're going to cut down. I think that's still crooked. An 1/8 of an inch off. Or was it a 1/16 off? Right, they're both 1.5. Ink this. Take these couple pencil marks on here. This is a pocket. Look at that, it's exactly the same distance from that line all the way down. Whoops. Maybe I should have made this the whole length. Okay, now we need to put a magnet on the back. That will hold it shut. I was gonna glue them together as a pocket, but the magnets are gonna keep them from opening. I wonder if we do anything from here. And see, you'll be able to write on the back of that one. It's got that grid printed on it. Let's punch this out. going to leave it pulled out a little bit because the glue isn't dry yet. Okay, so this snaps shut like this. Okay. Thought I had some pieces that were closer in size to that. That's the one I just checked. Okay. So we're going to keep with our style that we've been doing. This rolls it up just like that repositionable tape rolls up into those little pieces. That works the same for Fabri-Tac on glass. Yeah, this way we don't cover up either flower. Then you open this way. You got the pocket and the thing. And then we'll, what did we do? Well, that's what makes it even. Darn it. Of course I did. Okay. Then on our other card, we're going to do top and bottom. So this piece from last week. Okay. Okay, put it right across there. Leaving a little bit of room for folding it down. Okay. So I want to center this. So to do that, you need to cut this there and score it here. Yeah, let's do that first, because otherwise we're going to cut our marks right off. Okay. So we've got this much we're going to fold under so that we can make this flap coming down. We're going to cut a little bit off the height of here so that it isn't so close. Okay. Cut about half of that square off. So we're going to score this about this far in. Wait a minute. And we're gonna ink it on here. Okay. Going around these. I think I'm just going to do a little 1/4 inch. Alright, that means we're at an hour. Okay, now we're gonna make another one. thought I already marked it on there. Okay. So we need to score this. What was I gonna do? Doesn't round it very well on that smaller setting. I spaced out and didn't score it. That's what I didn't do. Okay. Ink this. Ink it ahead of time instead of afterwards like we did the other one. Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm just trying to get it done for you. You want to ink that on both sides. And you've got some in here. I must have cut this crooked or something. I'm gonna do this on this one. And that will help keep it when we fold it, help it from not showing back here. Well, I'm not going to be over there when Claudia Claudine's daughter's boyfriend gets home and finds out the truck's not there. Claudine came to visit, and she was talking about whose vehicle was going to be where and whose worked and whose didn't, and it was kind of funny. Okay. So we folded that, glued it down. Then okay. Then we're going to take this it look even by using our T-square. This is a ruler that's shaped like a T. Then what we want that lines up better by half a mark. So I want to get this in the middle. I want to measure it at 1.5 down. And even though you're going to hook that on the top, you can still do this by running this over the bottom half and catching it if you're not careful. No wonder. No wonder it wouldn't work. One and a quarter. I think my neighbors upstairs are fooling around because I can hear them. Where is it? Oh, there it is, right there. Well, they're not in the center this way, but they're even this way. Okay, so then we're just going to run some embroidery floss, which I thought I had out, but I guess I didn't. Nope, that isn't really the color. I thought I had the color out that would match, or on top, I mean. This will work. then all we're gonna do, and then I'm just gonna tell you the last little part, and I'll let you do it off camera. Take up your whole day. Now I don't see the end. There it is. It's the wrong end. All we're going to do is tie it shut. That's it. And I don't have any eyelets this small. In fact, I don't have any eyelets the next size up either, so let's see. Okay. Then you're going to take this other piece of embossed paper and you're going to cut out a pocket to go in here, or a tuck, I mean, that goes like this. You know, it kind of curves. Well, maybe since we've got this string on here. And then we're just going to tie it shut. Okay, so we're not going to do that yet, obviously. We just take this. Okay, we're going to take this we're going to start at the bottom and go up, and then we're just going to make a curve. Okay. Okay, and then and we're just going to glue this and this, okay? The two long sides. Okay. Then you'll want to make some sort of little decoration for inside the top and the bottom, and maybe something to go here. And then let's see. Yeah, we've got a couple of tags left from last week that we can put in here. Okay, so we can put those in there like that. Very nice. And of course, you know, with the smaller ephemera, you can decorate that. You could write a little note to yourself on here. Okay, we'll put this in here. We're just going to tie it shut. My hands are tired. I can't even tie a bow. So yeah, you've got last week's and this week's freebies to work with. Then of course you have the kit. If you purchase the kit, you don't have to. As you can see, I've used only the freebies. I've had plenty of paper and I've got plenty left to do these two projects. Okay. Now we're going to take this and glue them together. I'm wondering if we did a pocket, if this magnet would bother. It would be clear at the bottom. top and top. We'll go up the side here. And we'll glue these on even. Hopefully these are the same size. Okay, then all you're gonna do is you're gonna make a card. Oops, I'm gonna wait for the glue to dry. Then you just make a card for the side. And so this is tied here. We'll have to trim the cord here, like so. So you have this on one side, and you untie it, and you have the pocket, the embossed pocket on the inside with the two cards. Then you flip it over, and on this side you have the flip out with the small embossed folder. Then we'll put something right here for next week. I'll do that. And then you've got that. Okay? So that's how you do that. Let's see where our pocket is. Pocket's on this side. Yeah. Right here. And you're going to glue a card in this side right here. Okay? All right. Well, that's it for this week. And I will see you next week for week 3, which I'm not going to tell you what the prompt is, because I'm just that way. Okay? And this is what we did for this week. You know, decorate it up, put the ephemera and such on it, and make it all pretty. We just didn't have time. We're at an hour and 25 minutes, so we're gonna stop there. And I will see you next week on Sunday, and then the drawing will start on Monday again and go through Friday or Saturday. And then you have to have it in the US. You're going to have to figure out your time of what it is in the UK, because midnight UK time, then you're going to have your entries in, because after that is the cutoff time, and then we're going to do the drawings. Okay? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me this week, and be sure to post your projects and use your hashtag Beautiful Blues Week 2. Okay? And remember all the stuff in the event that you can go back and check and get all the links for everything. All the Facebook groups where you can get the freebies, the 2 that you get the freebies at, the 4 that you can post in, the link to Mandy's shop and the code for the 20% off, and then the link up at the top, the 2 links for our videos every Sunday for the month of March. Okay? All right. Well, thanks a lot, and you guys have a great day, and I will see you next week. All right? All right. Bye-bye.